Have you ever wondered why the hemlines of women's clothing have been rising over the years? More than just a simple style change, this trend reflects the evolving world of women's fashion. It's a fascinating journey from the long, conservative dresses of the past to the shorter, bolder styles we see today. But this transformation is not without controversy. As hemlines rise, so does the debate over whether this trend is a step forward or a step back. Is this shift a celebration of freedom and individuality, or is it a reflection of societal pressures and unrealistic beauty standards? These are the questions that hover over the fashion industry, sparking passionate discussions and diverse perspectives. This isn't just about clothing, it's about the roles, expectations and identities of women in society. So, let's delve into the evolution of women's fashion to understand this trend better. Fashion is a reflection of the times, and women's clothing is no exception. The journey through the annals of women's fashion is a fascinating one, steeped in societal norms, cultural influences, and evolving interpretations of femininity. The Victorian era, for instance, was characterized by long skirts and restrictive corsets, symbolizing modesty and conformity. As we moved into the early 20th century, a fashion rebellion emerged in the form of flapper dresses. These shorter, looser garments challenged traditional norms and represented a newfound liberation in women's fashion. Yet, it wasn't until the swinging 60s that we saw a real revolution in women's clothing with the advent of the miniskirt. This radical departure from the past signaled a major shift in fashion trends and societal attitudes. The 1960s marked a turning point in fashion history, setting the stage for the modern trends we see today. The contrast between old and modern styles is stark, especially when it comes to the length of women's garments. Traditional clothing from the Victorian era to the early 20th century was characterized by long, conservative dresses that emphasized modesty and conformity. These styles were heavily influenced by societal norms and cultural expectations. Fast forward to the present day and you'll see a radical shift. Modern fashion defies the old rules, embracing diversity, individuality and self-expression. Shorter hemlines, seen in miniskirts, shorts and dresses, have become commonplace. This shift isn't just about style, it's a reflection of changing societal attitudes towards women's roles and the growing acceptance of diverse body types. But with this evolution comes a new set of questions. What are the motivations behind these trends? How do they impact societal perceptions of women? This evolution raises questions about the motivations behind the trend and its impact on societal perceptions of women. Does revealing clothing symbolize freedom and independence, or is it a reflection of societal pressures? This question invites a variety of opinions. Some view the choice to wear shorter hemlines as a powerful declaration of a woman's agency over her body and personal choices. They argue that modern fashion, with its myriad styles, allows women to express themselves freely and confidently, embracing their individuality. However, critics propose a contrasting view. They suggest that societal pressures and beauty standards may be subtly influencing women to conform to a specific, often sexualized image. This perspective raises concerns about the potential objectification of women, prompting us to question whether the trend towards shorter garments is truly a choice or a response to external influences. Striking a balance between self-expression and external influences remains a challenge in the ongoing discourse on women's fashion. As we continue this exploration, remember that fashion should empower and reflect a woman's unique identity, not confine or define it. In the world of fashion, does size really matter? This is a question that has sparked intense debate and discussions. On one hand, we see a push for body positivity and inclusivity, with many arguing that clothes should be designed to fit and flatter all body types. The rise of plus-size models and fashion lines dedicated to diverse sizes suggest a shift towards acceptance and inclusivity. Yet, on the other hand, societal expectations and beauty standards persist, often emphasizing a particular size as the ideal. The pressure to conform to these standards is still prevalent, fostering a culture of body shaming and unrealistic expectations. So, does clothes size matter? Yes, it does, but perhaps not in the way you might think. It matters because everyone deserves to feel comfortable, confident, and represented in the fashion world. The fashion industry's growing acknowledgement of diverse body types challenges the long-standing notion that beauty is confined to a specific size. Clothing is more than just fabric. It's a reflection of identity. In today's world, modern women view fashion as a powerful tool for self-expression. They choose styles that echo their individuality, that narrate their personal stories, and that make them feel good about themselves. It's no longer about following trends blindly, but rather about finding a personal style that resonates with who they are. Clothing choices are now deeply intertwined with personal values. Women are seeking garments that don't just look good, but feel good and are ethically produced. They're opting for sustainable brands, rejecting fast fashion and advocating for fair trade. But most importantly, women are using fashion to empower themselves. They're breaking free from societal norms and stereotypes, expressing their unique identities through their clothing. The modern woman understands that her wardrobe is a form of self-expression and personal empowerment. Whether opting for shorter or longer garments, the key is to choose clothing that aligns with personal values and empowers rather than confines. In the world of fashion, authenticity is key. It's a beacon that guides women in their fashion choices, helping them navigate the swirling currents of trends and societal expectations. You see, it's not about the length of a skirt or the cut of a dress. It's about wearing something that reflects your true self, your unique identity. In this ever-evolving world of fashion, the pressure to conform to a certain image can be overwhelming. But it's important to resist these pressures. It's about embracing who you are, not who others want you to be. Fashion should be a tool for self-expression, not a cage that confines your individuality. So, dare to be different. Dare to be you. Choose clothes that make you feel good, that make you feel confident, that make you feel authentic. Because at the end of the day, empowerment comes not from the length of a skirt, but from the confidence and self-assuredness that emanate from embracing one's unique identity.